imagine this has done so much for your mental health as well. This journey has taught, I know, a lot of discipline, your integrity and your grit to get through such a ride. Has that really helped you with your mental health? Or there were stages throughout the ride where, you had, stages, I'm sure you were down at certain points, but, how's that affected you post-ride now?
Oh, look, there's definitely a little bit of me with challenges now where I feel like, yeah, there's definitely something in us where we have this, I don't really know, it's like this willpower. I'm trying to think what word is, like now that achieving something like this, like I feel like, if it's a bit cocky, but like we can take on anything. Like it's just
David Goggins talks a bit about like reaching into the cookie jar. You guys know who David Goggins is?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And he talks about how those times when he's had to do, say, like he's been broken, urinating blood, like broken bones in his feet, there's 70 miles to run. And when he's in that state, he thinks back to that time when he was enduring such a feat. And it's like reaching into the cookie jar in those moments and pulling out that cookie, or that as a metaphor for that moment, to give you that physical strength or reassurance that you can pull through and you can get it done. So was there like, I'm sure, as we talked about with day 49, there were stages along the ride where you were able to reach into your cookie jar and pull out those moments in during the ride that
I guess like looking back now, like what I'm trying to say is maybe when we're on the road, looking back, that the fact that we were so disciplined and that we put in the work whilst training, we knew that, okay, I'm on the road, I'm in day 49, but look, we've been training for so long on the lead up to this, like we can do this. Like we've pushed ourselves harder in training. We can do this. It's just another day. It's just another hour or a kilometer. We've done this. We've been in this position, or we've cycled in a storm, or we've done a similar elevation, or this is only a little bit more elevation. I've bonked. I've been at this low point with my food and stuff before. Okay, look, I just need to dig deep, and when I dig deep, I'm gonna have energy again. So it's when I'm saying feeling like you can kind of achieve anything, it's just knowing that you've put yourself through that and experienced enough to kind of overcome anything. Like
Look, the one thing that on that, I mean, as I said, we did everything that sort of we trained for within our training months. Did eventuate, a lot of challenges did sort of have similarities instead of what happened whilst we were on the road. Now, one of the challenges that I sort of set myself was to cycle in the corner of a room with no lights on, no music playing, no telly on, and just cycle in the corner of a room with no stimulus. And I did that for sort of 12 hours, and that was to sort of try and replicate what we were going to be seeing on the road, which is a lot of straight roads with just trees either side, or nothing either side, just barren land, and just try and replicate what we're going to be going through and try and build that sort of mental fortitude to get through it. Now, looking, as I say, reaching into the cookie jar, as David Goggins mentions, like that, there's a lot of that goes on, and you do put yourself into a position where you think, I can do it because I've already done it. I can cycle and it's freezing cold because I've already cycled in the rain for however many kilometers. It's not any worse than that. And it almost creates no surprises, if that makes sense. It almost creates a point of, well, you've already done it before, so why would you not be able to do it this time? And sort of post the ride now, it gives you a sense of, I mean, there was a time after the ride that was difficult, but like sort of moving away from that, it gives you a sense of, okay, I know that if I set myself upright, or if I set myself to do something and I get my breathing right and I get my pace right, I know I'll be able to accomplish anything, or figuratively anything. And I mean that in a way of, yeah, it might not be the fastest or the quick, or the quickest or the most efficient method of doing something, but I know that my fortitude and my determination will get me through anything by just pure perseverance. And that's something that I've taken away from the ride. Probably that's probably the biggest thing that I've taken away from the ride.